Hello and good evening, our beloved viewers. You're watching on Live RTD channel. Welcome to this English news edition. Here are the top stories. Djibouti celebrates International Women's Day in style. France, Egypt, and Jordan calls for return to ceasefire in Gaza. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. Djibouti celebrate the International Women's Day under the high patronage of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Mergili. The International Women's Day celebration ceremony was held this morning at the headquarters of National Union of Djiboutian Women. The First Lady and President of the National Union of Djiboutian Women, Ms. Khadra Mohamed Haid, also participate in this day dedicated to commemoration of International Women's Day. This year, a theme for this day is right, equality, and empowerment for all women and girls. The colorful ceremony was attended by a large number of women from all neighborhoods of the capital and the interior region. The First Lady and President fully embodied their unwavering dedication to the empowerment of Djiboutian women, enabling them to play an active and essential role in the country's social development. Under the leadership of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Mergili, and the First Lady, President of UNFD, Ms. Khadra Mohamed Haid, they have initiated several ambitious and innovative programs for the empowerment of Djiboutian women. These tireless efforts demonstrate the tangible impact they have had on the empowerment of Djiboutian women. As an essential pillar of Djiboutian civil society, the UNFD, under the leadership of the First Lady, Ms. Khadra Mohamed Haid, is leading ambitious initiative to promote the active roles of Djiboutian women in the country's sustainable development in the various areas, including economic, social, and political. The National Union for Djiboutian Women has also implemented several constructive projects and programs, including educational program for young girls and women to eradicate illiteracy, the establishment of a microfinance program aimed at encouraging female entrepreneurship, and the preparation of workshop and awareness raising on crucial issues such as maternal health. The celebration of the International Women's Day demonstrates the country's commitment to continuing effort for equality and the empowerment of women for a more inclusive and promising future. Upon his arrival, the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Mergili, was accompanied by the First Lady, President of the National Union of Djiboutian Women, Ms. Khadra Mohamed Haid, and were welcomed by the Prime Minister Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed and the Minister of Women and Family, Ms. Muna Usman Aden. The participation of the President of the Republic and the First Lady in the ceremony celebrating the International Women's Day demonstrate the importance attached to the promotion of women's rights, and reiterate the importance of continuing to work together and create a more inclusive and equitable future for all. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Mergili, accompanied by the First Lady, visits the different stands of the UNFD. The President of the Republic and the First Lady also attend the different stand of the UNFD in this day, which is dedicated to the commemoration of International Women's Day. The colorful ceremony was attended by a large number of women from all neighborhoods of the capital interior region. They present all the exhibition for this occasion to the head of state and the first lady, Ms. Khadra Mahmoud Haid.
Uhiliya, orow markaan gaadhnay
International Women's Day in Djibouti was celebrated in a good atmosphere, highlighting the many contributions of women to society. The event featured a rich cultural component featuring song especially composed for the occasion and performed by the national artists and cultural troops. This performance of song, dances, and sketch highlighted the essential role of Djiboutian women in various sectors of activities. This ceremony brought together a wide variety of participants, including member of the government, including the Prime Minister Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed, the President of the National Assembly, Dileita Mohammed Dileita. Were also present at this occasion the representative of Parliament, senior female official, diplomatic and consular representative accredited to Djibouti, as well as representative of Women's Association from the capital interior region.
يا حاج يا حاج ايش استوى هنا اتوما حاجه توما الحين بس بولالا ميكو بولالا كانت في وقت محل ليش ما تجلس في البيت انت
يا حاج عوض الشيطان والمرة لا توقع قلبك
هاي
من اسبوع مرة خرجت منك رحت اشتغل للشعب حقنا والبلاد حقنا ايش استوابك يا حق مالك ايش فيه مالك مسوي ايش ناقصك
نلدفتي عمرو قضة عمرو الحقيني تورس
ايه واسكت نوتا اما وريو ما نخوريو بما شيكت حاجه لقدابي اهو مقبضه كوريوني مقبضه سوق لا يطلع طيب مالك ما انت سو دواي maxay haray
دينت محا عمرو إياه
عمرو waxa weeye waa ku xiihayo waa koosaya technique
لا حول ولا قوة هوشي أكشي إيه هواك وقالين برو من هيجي وش يجي
توكيني والله
هاي
أسافر كذا فينك ما حسني
هاي
هاي مركا أبني لك مانجو
ما شاء الله
أبنى فنامه ما راح لفين السنة يبرهبه قال ما مرتك تدغوا مرتك بارو هذا الفردي ميتاما اللي أبنانه ما السنة يبرهبه
ما شاء الله.
The UN resident coordinator in Djibouti and co-founder of the Women's Network praised on this occasion the continued progress made by Djiboutian women, recognizing their resilience and commitment to actively contributing to the country's economic and social, but also cultural life. He said this celebration is also an opportunity to highlight the challenges women face while celebrating their success and mobilizing action to build a more equitable and inclusive future. On this milestone day, the representative of the United Nations system congratulated the Djiboutian governance on the major progress and has made the empowering women and emphasized the importance of strengthening women's rights and sustainable development. For her part, the Secretary General of the National Union of Djiboutian Women of the UNFD reviewed the action carried out by the UNFD and the tireless effort of the UNFD President, who has promoted women's rights, equality, empowerment throughout the country, making them the cornerstone of the government action. The Secretary General of the UNFD said that this victory was the result of a long political effort based on knowledge and high-level diplomacy by the President of the Republic and the President of the UNFD. As every year, we take this opportunity to commemorate the event, prepare, and everything that has been done, and ongoing challenges and ways to promote women's rights. This year has been achieved by all women and girls to protect their rights and equality. In the same vein, the Minister of Women and Family, Ms. Muna Usman Aden, congratulated the head of the state, His Excellency Ismail Margili, for making women's policy the cornerstone of government action. In her speech, the minister reflected the government's commitment to continue this effort for a more inclusive and equitable future. The minister said, I'm happy to take a speech on this occasion, the International Women's Day, which falls on 8 March, and celebrate the month of Ramadan, which has been blessed with many events that indicate the stage of our country has passed through. A special day is attached to this day and to the people. All my distinguished guests, this day is not only a commemoration, but it's also commemorate 88 years since the founding of the United Nations in April 1977, and our country's victory in the election of the chairperson of the African Union Commission. Every year we remember this day and we respect the success we have achieved, and we are confident that our country can continue on the path of women's empowerment and the actual participation in sustainable development. The point that the women of Djibouti have taken its effort to lead and be recognized on this day that comes with their freedom, and that is a moment for the President of the Republic, and has never ceased to break the rope for these rules and to burden and satisfy that he has always stand for the importance of women and their independence in the country, but also to bring them in a peaceful country, conclude the Minister of Women and Female. In the first part of his speech, the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili, said, first of all, my dear compatriot, my distinguished guests, we gather here today to celebrate the International Day, this universal day that transcend border, culture, and the government. The International Women's Day it's always celebrate on March 8. Is not simply a date on the calendar. It is a global call to reunite the day, continuing the constitution of women in all areas on the special economic, cultural, and political. It is also a moment to reflect on the persistent challenges women faced in the quest for justice, freedom, and equality, emerging from the labor movement on the early 20th century in the North America and Europe. This day has become a symbol of a struggle from the hurt to advance women's rights worldwide. In Djibouti, it has a special significance. It is part of our ongoing commitment to build a more equitable, more justice, and a society where every woman and girls can reach their full potential on this special day. My role is not limited to mere ceremonial duty. It is consists of raising the voice of women, mobilizing institutions, and guiding our country toward true gender equality. In my previous speech on this same day, I have reiterated the importance of girls' education, the need of ambitious legislative reform, and the recognition of women who every day shape on the future. On this year, in 2025, our commitment is to strengthen the government to reaffirm its desire to close persistent and address the emerging challenges. We want women to be active decision maker and influential, so wherever in public and private economic on the social figure of our nation, because gender equality must not be an abstract promise, and it has it must be a concrete reality live and over every day. This year, our celebration take on the additional dimension. Djibouti's membership in the network of African women leadership. This strong gesture collect and reflect our desire to actively contribute to the ambitions of the continent and drive for gender equality and women's empowerment. I would like to thank the president of the UNFD and for the distinctions of all the awards I see in the personal recognitions as a tribute to the journey we have taken together. The women and men in Djibouti must build an inclusive society. Ladies and gentlemen, the recent year in Djibouti has made significant progress in the file of education, and we have extended girls in access to schooling, reduce Djibouti roles, and promote the right of women in educational and young women. The literacy rate for women has improved, paving the way for greater participation in the workplaces, in administrations, in business, the health sector, in cultural and diplomacy. Their success in clear proof to the talent and melt have no gender equality. For the second part of his speech, the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Mergili, emphasized International Women's Day is not, he said, a time for celebration. It is a meeting with a future today, a future woman. I am honored to call the action so that we may together continue and build a society where equality between women and men is no longer an ideal but a norm. First, I call for the strengthening partnership between the government and non-governmental institutions. Together, we can pool our effort to promote women's health, education, safety, and economic autonomy. Second, I call for the mobilization at the local community level because change is not decisive. For this occasion, all the neighborhood must have the same chance. Men and women, boys and girls must be fully engaged in the fight for the equality and for the equality of women and in all sectors. I promise that we collectively set ambitious goals for 2030, more women in decision-making position, the eradication of gender-based violence, equitable access for health, education, and productive resources. This goal will be accompanied by a clear indication to track on progress and ensure accountability. Ladies and gentlemen, the day is marked still to the pave with the topic for progress we have made the past years, the importance milestone and the point we must change for this occasion, the International Women's Day. Let us reaffirm our collective commitment to reducing the rebuilding together the right of women in our society. The head of state made a speech in Somali language, and after address, the head of state, His Excellency Ismail Margili, spoke wisely in Somali, stating it essential that equality be understood as a human obligation a social obligation, a religious obligation, and political obligation. This means that it is necessary to seize this opportunity for the well-being of a family that emanate from the both individuals. The obligation and responsibilities are clear for both parties. If we want to build a better future, it is imperative to build a functioning society, a Muslim society, and responsible society. The community must move forward together at all times without being divided. We must understand our differences, accept our diversity, and not only allow conflict to arise between us. However, if these conflicts arise, in our duty to resolve them. This is how we must remain united. The gift presentation to the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, received an honorary awards from the co-founder of African Union Leader Network. The African Women Leader Network is an initiative woman innovative moment of African women leader. This network is jointly supported by the African Union Commission and United Nations with the support of offices of the Special Envoy of Women, Peace and Security and United Nations entity. The Head of State Award presentation, as it is the case every year, the celebration of International Women's Day in Djibouti conclude with the formal presentation of the Head of State's grand prizes, a key moment designed to recognize the remarkable contribution of women in various fields. This edition honored three exceptional recipients. The honorary prize was awarded to Ms. Fatouma Moussa Abdi, Secretary General of the National Union of Djiboutian Women, in recognition of her long-standing commitment to women's rights and social development. The economic prize was awarded to Ms. Suba Hassan, a painter, for her exemplary career and her contribution to promote women as art in Djibouti. The award ceremony was a moment of recognition for women's talent, illustrating the national recognitions given to women who distinguish themselves through their dedication. The gift presentation to the First Lady, the President of the National Union of Djiboutian Women, Ms. Khadra Mohamed Haid, received a symbolic gift in recognition of her significant role in promoting the empowerment and development of women in Djibouti. This honorary gesture is intended to recognize her unwavering commitment, determination, and constant vision for the development for female leadership. The closing ceremony of the National Reading and Mathematics Fortnight under the patronage of Her Excellency His Excellency Mr. Mustafa Mohamed Mahmoud, Minister of National Education and Vocational Training, the MENFO Ministry, organized the closing ceremony for this occasion. An official visit, the Minister of National Education and Vocational Training, Mr. Mustafa Mohamed Mahmoud, accompanied by his colleague, the Minister of Higher Education and Researches, Dr. Nabil, the Minister of Environment, Sustainable Development, and the Minister of Decentralization, the Vice President of the National Assembly, as well as numerous dedication partners. This major annual event was an opportunity to honor our brilliant students who have distinguished themselves on international Olympic stage, both in mathematics and French language. Still on a MENFOB award ceremony and the reaction after visiting the various stands set up about the closing of a National Mathematics Day. Obituary now. It is with deep sadness that we have learned the death of the late Ibrahim Abdi Umar, a distinguished staff member of radio and television of Djibouti, the nephew of His Excellency the President of the Republic. The late Ibrahim Abdi Umar will be remembered as a dedicated professional driven by a deep sense of public service and great integrity. His self-service in the national public broadcaster in radio television of Djibouti in this painful all the RTD staff and the Ministry of Communication address their deep condolence to the family, particularly the President of the Republic, as well as to his loved one. May Allah grant him in his eternal paradise in Allah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. The AFDP delegation met with the Minister of Higher Education following their consultation mission with the University of Djibouti. For this occasion, the meeting at the ministry is headquartered provide an annual platform for the discussion and exploration of a future avenue collaboration. The discussions were focused on three priority areas: infrastructure and scientific researches of economic growth and supporting technical innovation as a driver of a social transformation. It was Tuesday, April 8, the Minister of Economic and Finance in charge of Industry and World Bank Group organized a series of a technical roundtable. The World Bank organized a series of a technical roundtable and a fundamental theme of water management and climate change in Djibouti. Let's move on to the international level. In Gaza, the France, Egypt, and Jordan call for a return to the ceasefire in Gaza. The France, Egypt, and Jordan step up their calls for a return to the ceasefire in Gaza during a visit by French President Emmanuel Macron to Cairo. Emmanuel Macron's visit is second to Cairo since the outbreak of Gaza war comes at the critical time for Middle East African after the Israeli remind and reimposed the blockade on Gaza last month and resumed fighting, sheltering and fragile ceasefire in Gaza Strip. The Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi stressed the need to immediately return to a ceasefire and allow urgent access for humanitarian aid and release of the hostage. This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.